We're here with Austie from Scotty Cameron at the beautiful TPI facilities. Austie, take it away. Tell us a little bit about what you do here, both at TPI, but also with Scotty Cameron.
My name is Austie Rollinson. I'm the Senior Director of Putter R&D for Scotty Cameron. Yeah, I work with Scotty on all these new designs that come to market and go to tour players as well. Our latest range here is our new Phantom line for 2026. We get a lot of our inspiration from tour players. At Titleist, we kind of work with the best players in the world. They influence a lot of what we do, and a lot of the features and design elements we put into these. These were largely based on feedback we got on the previous Phantom designs. And one of the main new design elements for this is the studio carbon steel insert. When we brought our studio style line of putters out last year, players said, I love the feel of this, when can I get into Phantom? We knew pretty early that was going to be the face of this. So studio carbon steel insert, the carbon steel gives you a much higher damping rate than, say, a stainless steel, so you get a nice softer feel. And then the chain link milling really helps to cut down on the contact points between the golf ball and the face to further mute that sound a little bit, so you get a nice softer feel. And we've gone with full face of that insert on there. Just looks super premium, super cool. A couple of the key differences on these you'll find is it's a little deeper face. I did that because it really influences how the player approaches the ball when he's stroking it. So the toe and heel about the same height as before, but it's raised in the middle, and that kind of curvature of the top line really helps for the ball sets down behind. It helps it meld into the ground, and they can be a little off on their hand height, and it doesn't look like the toe's sticking up in the air or sticking down. Yeah. So it makes it blend in the ground a lot more consistent. The players really commented on that.
Right.
You'll see these have a sight line. Previous ones had sight dots. Again, it's like a 50-50. Some players like the dots, some players like the lines. So this line, we wanted to go with the lines as well. And then we redesigned the sole as well. And based on player feedback, we had that kind of a arrow cavity on the sole. Previous models to kind of go with the arrow feature on the top. Some players, it was fine. Some players felt that, maybe it didn't set quite right for them. Some players, Justin Thomas is one, you saw his prototype, it's got Bondo in there.
That's right.
Build it up and kind of re-sculpt that sole plate just for him. Those are things that we do for players, but they inspire us on these new features. Phantom 5 is it's a very compact shape. It's still a wing design with the two wings coming back, very squared off. The 7, I'll bring that up here, is a little more elongated. It has a little more overt alignment lines on there. So there's players that really likes to see those tracks going towards hole. This is the one that they're gonna kind of gravitate towards. The players that's focused more on the top line of this one will really gravitate towards this. They don't want a whole lot, they want the back to kind of blend in for its mallet inertia property. But they really look at this at good segue product that they're used to playing a blade. This is a good product because it has a distinct top line. It even comes in a plumbing neck. It has a look of a blade, but performance benefits of a mallet.
I did notice that one center shaft version over there. Is that something that you're going to apply to kind of the whole collection? What do you guys look at in terms of the actual shaft placement?
Yeah, what's really important as we've designed these new Phantom line is to have a good variety of hosels, because hosels will really help the putter adapt to a particular player's setup. A lot of players have a certain eye position they like, they have a certain hand height, they have a certain feel, how it releases, how it transition feels. So you would call it toe flow, how well that toe flows. So we have a good variety between our face balance model, our plumbing neck model, the 0.2s, jet neck model. This is basically a new version of our S, our straight shaft version. It's called OC. It's kind of our low torque option in this line, if you will. And so it really gives you another feel in terms of not having a lot of torque. That toe flow and torque can be kind of interchangeable. Guys called it toe flow, but what he's really talking about is the torque that the player feels during the stroke, and that can really help them know where that face is. By going with something that's very low torque, in that center of gravity right in line with the shaft axis, it gives them the feel of stability, of being a little more staying on plate. So it's something that will help them be more consistent. I think it's really important to, and I've always found it in my career, and Scotty does it for sure in his career, to really push the boundaries of what players will think a putter should look like. Never lose sight of the fact that people actually have to play golf with these things. So you always wanted to, that has to be there when you're designing these things. So
right.
You want to kind of push the technology, push what a putter should look like, convention of what a putter should look like, but knowing that people have to be comfortable putting with these things and playing golf with these things. And so we always try to keep that in mind. We want to be able to push the limits, innovate as much as we can for what a putter should look like, should feel like, but not get too far out of what players can accept and actually perform.
One last question for the golf heads out there. How excited should customers be for what coming from Scotty Cameron in 2026?
Oh, they should be super excited what's coming. And we just launched our OC line of putters, which are kind of a low torque. So this Phantom 5 OC is an addition to that. But then having a great range of mallets in this new line. And there's some that are coming that aren't here. And you'll be excited to see some really new shapes that we're super excited about. And we're still in test mode for them, but very soon I think your viewers will see them.
Austie, thanks for the time.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it. Golfheadz, Austie from Scotty Cameron. TPI, the journey continues right now.